we're real excited. You know, in August I had a turn, and you know, I was planning on being a Division I head coach, and things turned, and it obviously worked out to me a little bit better. I have a great situation. I have time with my son, and as far as the Bullies organization, the management is unbelievable. We have Brett Vickers and Chris Milo, who are hands-on owners, and they've actually allowed me a lot of freedom to build the team the way I see it. And so far we've had a real good start to the team.
The Bullies they're in great hands. You know, Chris Milo lives here in Jacksonville. He's got a young family. He's hungry. He went to school for sports management and business administration. I think he's a closet sports nut. So this is really a big passion project for him, and he's just a great guy and has been awesome to coach Duncan and I, and has an awesome vision for professional indoor lacrosse and professional lacrosse in general in Jacksonville.
At this point in time, we feel like with the draft and the guys that we have had call in and invite themselves down basically to training camp, we should have about 40 guys in training camp the first weekend, January 6th, 7th, and 8th. And that's going to be a competitive weekend. We're going to do a benefit game, actually, with the Peds Care. So we're going to play our third session in our training camp outside in a full rink on a field, and actually play with players standing in the corners, and if a ball gets shot or a ball gets thrown out of bounds, it'll get thrown right back in. So it'll be just like playing in an indoor arena. But we want to give it a platform and let the kids come out and watch, and also the parents, and try to introduce the players a little bit to the North Florida area.
From a marketing standpoint, they're going to do all sorts of fun stuff with the crowd. If you've ever been to an NHL game, it's kind of like a festival atmosphere. So I'm sure they're going to recreate that sort of excitement, that energy. And then obviously it translated on the field when you have the world's best players playing in a small rink.
The difference between the outdoor and the indoor game will be obvious to the fan. It's more of a rock and roll presentation. It's kind of like an arena football setting with the music playing, a DJ talking throughout the game, music after goals, music during breaks. It's going to be a real entertainment for the kids.
We're really excited, and I personally am flattered that I get to coach the caliber of players that I'm going to get to coach, and it's a learning experience every day. So I'm just kind of sitting back, embracing it, but definitely got a big grin on my face about this. It's going to be pretty fun. I grew up in an ice hockey rink, and it's definitely a familiar environment for me. So to be down here in Florida and doing this is pretty exciting.
It's going to be a lot about the chemistry and the bond amongst the players, and I feel very good about that part of our team. I think we're going to have great chemistry and a great group of guys coming in I think we'll catch that chemistry bug, so we're excited.